Hey, how's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. Hope you guys doing well. I had to check. One of those days, had to check. Hope all is good. After yesterday's stream, I went ahead and jumped on the Discord to post about the questions about what's going on with the plugin. And of course, first thing I do after I touch anything is I find bugs and fairly break things. I don't know how I am so good about that. As the title says, I would be so great in QA. I somehow manage to break things so often. Yeah, Pokers, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. There's some pretty egregious issues, PCG and 5H1. Are you able to elaborate a bit on it? Yeah, basically, if you at any point have the input and output names exactly the same, like points, let's just say you're going to have a bad time. So if you have PCGX, which has a lot of nodes like that, you're gonna have a really bad time. There's a fix for it. It's in my Discord, and there's a few floating around here and there. There's a fix for it, but if you just launch it and update it without the fix, then yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah, when the official fix will be, I don't know, but there is a fix if you already updated and you need to use PCG. So that's that. Well, yeah, I was talking with the developer of the plugin yesterday. He's like, this is concerning, and yeah, we found out that for whatever reason, splitting the transform breaks things. And guess what I did? I split the transform. So what are we going to do now? We're going to remake the transform and things should work. He says it's already fixed on his side now, but it's a propagate. Hey, Vicious, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. But leave it to me to immediately find a bug. Somehow I always used things the way they're not thought of by someone else. Every time, my default use case of anything is always not the way the programmer intended. I don't know if it's because it's I have I think of it more of as an artist thing, and that's why. But versus a programmer, I don't know. I have no clue. Either way, today we're hopefully gonna be able to actually set up the mob spawner and have it work properly. Fingers crossed. If not, well, I can let him know that there's more bugs. But you get a job as QA. The problem is, from what I know of the industry, QA is one of the absolute worst paying jobs there are. Depending what, if you're in the game industry. My mother is high up in QA. She's a manager, so she has good pay, but she's not in games. She's in a proper company in QA. So her pay is fine because she's high up and not games. Hey, dual operator, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So, yeah. Yeah, I could not actually do the job of QA. It's I could joke about, oh yeah, I'm very good at finding bugs, but the job of QA in games is the most boring thing you can think of. Because it's keep trying to do the same thing 100 times to see if you can break, see if it'll break. Right? It's a lot of repetitive stuff that you're continuously doing again and again and again and again. Yeah. It's the same reason why I could never be a chef. Aside from the insane hours that they have to do, I can't bring myself to cook the same thing again and again and again and again and again. Like, I don't mind eating the same thing every day. Like, I can like make myself more or less the same thing every day, but that's once like a day, right? It's not like literally every day. Yeah, and the pay is not great unless you're like in a very high end place. I'm sure the pay's a little bit better, but even then, if you're just starting out, yeah, the pay's not gonna be good. So until you make it to like the head chef level or something, you're probably not going to be in a great spot, or you own the place, right? Obviously, that I would consider that even above. But yeah. Other than that, I recorded and edited the quote-unquote devlog, which is now just an extra video about my application for the Mega Grant for Saturday. And I still need to set up the graph for Sunday's video, because I'm going to make the kind of the modular bridge spline graph that I was talking about, which is going to be like just a simple graph, just show how you can make something relatively simple. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. But today we're gonna actually try to get the mob spawner working properly and see where it goes. Is it gonna work? Probably not. I'll probably find another bug. I'll probably break something else. But we can certainly try. We can certainly try. So the problem is this node should never be basically split. And if it's never split, then we have then we don't have issues. So if I did one of these, right? Then we're gonna be okay. And basically we just need to do a make transform. And in here we can do whatever we want. Here we can split this. And here we can do this. And theoretically, this should now work. And I shouldn't need all of this either, right? We're about to find out. Not gonna hold my breath, but fingers crossed. Why is my camera thing keeps resetting? Why does my bookmark keep resetting? That is, I don't like whatever's doing that. Moment of truth. I should have looked at what settings I have for like spawning in, spawning out. That's fine. Oh! Relevance begins. That was printed. That was good. Relevance end. Relevance begin. Hey! Look at that. We have mobs. And we have despawning. Hey, look at that. Things work. It's loaded here. Oh, I see. It's probably unloading like those guys and reloading these guys. Okay. Okay. We can work with this. We can work with this. There are issues with spawning? No, there are issues with well, this spawning node that we were using yesterday, but now that's working, so now we can progress. Hallelujah. Okay. So let's get rid of you. And then I can actually use get streaming actor and get well, actually I don't even need to offset it because it was fine. They've kind of popped up in the right location. Are you using the async loading plugin for level transitioning? No. I have it, but I'm not using it currently. Once I update to 5.8, I'll probably do all of that kind of stuff. But right now, the loading thing is I have a temporary thing, basically, for it. It's not ideal. So, yeah, that'll all be reworked. Okay. Right, like I'm going to be dropping the reachable point and radius, all that kind of stuff. But so that now works. So now that we have that, okay. Now I can do some testing. So we don't need this relevance begin, relevance end. Okay. I want to now know if this triggers automatically or I need to trigger it myself. Like on relevance begin, do I need to run that? Because I might. That was a bunch of hellos. Okay, a bunch of hellos from these guys loading in. Hellos again. Okay. I think it runs every time. Okay. So then, now that we kind of have things just general working, right? Kind of back to where we were. Well, not really. It's not saving any of the variables or anything like that, but let's come here and now let's go ahead and go back to setting some stuff up. Starting with yeah, let's do the save game stuff. Well, I guess before we do that, I want to set up the where is it? Flex pool, this thing. There we go. Unreal, return to me. You're currently using Unreal's own significance manager for logic like this. Let's say it's interesting at the least. What is a significance manager? I've never heard of this. I've generally never heard of this. Some screen for C and not get in the way. There we go. And you flex partition handle. And now, so this is going to be set up the pooling of it. So we want to let's go with spawn actor instance first. get self, get outer object, and then take actor from pool. This goes here. This goes here. Here. Okay. And then and then we override the despawn. This, and we just do a return actor to pool. With a yes. Yeah. It prioritizes actors, so less important ones use fewer resources, improving performance. Could be distance, could be priority based, affects LEDs, AI logic, animations, etc. Interesting. In my case, I'm just fully unloading things based on a distance effectively. But that's quite interesting. Let's come back to you, and then here we want to do this guy. Okay. So that's all we need here. It's better in 3D, maybe, since the camera has a set view for yours. Yeah, mine is using a 3D grid. You could have it be like a 2D grid where Z doesn't matter, but in my case, Z does matter, right? Because you could have enemies on different layers just below. So this is a 3D grid, which is nice. I like 3D grid. Uses like partition handle to features to take actors from flex pool when they become relevant and return them to flex pool when they become inactive. Let's just see if things just work. Okay. And let's see if they work still. Because I don't know if I need to like add things to the pool to begin with. Like, or not. Because maybe this is a bad idea. Okay. Okay, so they've despawned, right? And we can get them to respawn. But I'm pretty sure that, right, any kind of damage, so I've damaged a few. If I just run over here. They've despawned, but I'm pretty sure that they will not be damaged anymore, right? Yeah, so they're not damaged anymore. Okay, so we need to make sure... What is this? Oh. Why is this all of a sudden causing issues? I wish if this was invalid, it would just return false. But clearly, that's wishful thinking. Yeah. But that worked, right? Theoretically. So now, if we go back here, custom. Okay, so now we can start saving stuff, which is what we need. And here we were doing this this stuff. So let's come back here. Save and load. Save and load stores streaming state, actor data, and optional thumbnails. So I don't need that. The block saves streaming data and load streaming data functions are intended for tools. I need to just... Oh, here's what we can try doing. Because I don't care about a lot of this. So what we can try doing is saving saving this variable and making it savable, which I believe I need to turn on an options for that. Save mode does not capture reflected actor properties when the actor streams out. Use Unreal Engine's normal save game property filtering. Captures only the actor properties listed in custom save properties. Include struct internals. When enabled, nested struct values can be included when individual struct fields are not marked save game. So I think what I need to do is here, I need to mark it as save game. And on relevance end, you do this, set it, okay. And then here, we should be, it should reset it. Get reload character variables. Let's find out. Break. Because by default, this should be basically zeros. So if I get any kind of value here, then it should have saved something. Let's find out. Also, I have XP spawn, but I don't need XP spawn. I can clean that up a little. Zero, so it's still zero. They all died because they regenerated, but it didn't regenerate with the value. Okay. How do I get the value? Let's actually do a quick, instead of this print. Let's do the print here. Because I want to see if it's trying to save it, but it's not reading it back. Because that also, right, can be a thing. It could be not even saving it. Or not even trying to write the information. Come on. Okay, it is trying to write the information. And now they're but it's not loading it. Okay. Okay. So how do we load the saved information? This is just the world settings, which I don't care about. Oh, maybe I just use... What if I just change it to the save game one? Instead of custom, just do save game. I still don't know when it would save. But, I mean, we can try. Maybe that will automatically reload it? Because I don't know if it does that that unload event first and then the save, or the save and then the event. Time to experiment. Oh, that seems like it works. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we got some, yeah, we got some of them that have less life. Okay. I've despawned them. Hey, they have less life. That... I'm gonna die. But that seems like it just works. Okay. Let's give it one more test. But it seems like it's working. Hey, Dark Titan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. If you were to give a rule of thumb for debugging UE5, what would it be? Do it? I'm not quite sure what you're looking for here. I don't know what a... Do debug when you need to debug? I don't know what you're looking for here. Like, what's the strat? I mean, it's different for everyone. I prefer... One second. Okay, that's enough. I prefer print strings, but not everyone likes print strings. Right. Yeah, that seems like it's working. Their health and the, yeah, all that is working well. I come here, and I come back. Yeah, sweet. That's made it very simple. Another one. Why did all of these start breaking? I know it's the same thing for all of them. But I don't know why it needs to be done at all. Like, I don't know what it's overlapping. It's causing this issue, but whatever. It's fine. Oh, you know what I should do on these instead? Instead of doing all this is stupid. Where's the sphere collision? I don't know why I didn't just do. No, hold on, it is already overlap. Ignore everything except pawn. Oh, it's because it I think it's because it despawns at that moment. So it is a pawn, but it's despawning. And so it stops being valid, maybe? So previous me was smart enough to do the collision. But I guess maybe that's why? I don't know. Look at your output log, look at the execution lines, print strings, and breakpoints. Yeah, I don't use any of those things except print strings. Basically. I like print strings above everything. Don't need the output log when you just print it to the screen. Like the one time that I would need a breakpoint would be like if I want to read the entire struct's information at a certain point or something. Like there's use cases for it. I just never have them. So pretty much everything, 99.99% of the time, I use print strings. Okay, so this is working. Is there anything else we need to do then? Oh, I need to change this. Can I open this somehow? Can I wish there was a way of me like going to the struct from here. We don't need to save XP spawned. Here. Because we're no longer spawning XP. That's not a thing anymore. Do you have any time / patience / desire to guide people with getting started with getting their project started? No. To all three of those, because there's so much on YouTube already that you could just watch. Like, I got started watching the same videos you can get started with. So I have zero desire. Sorry. And I have zero time. Like there's so much like getting started stuff on YouTube. Like that is the biggest amount of stuff is just get started with XYZ on YouTube is like the biggest. Then comes like there's a lot less intermediate stuff and barely any advanced. 99, not 99, but like I would say over 50%, if not over like 60, 70% of all the tutorials are getting started beginner stuff. Yeah, you gotta self-learn or pay money. That is usually the case. Like, people have been like, hey, I have money, would you be willing to like consult or XYZ? And every time I'm like, no, I don't have time. Time is a problem. And then I was like thinking like, oh, maybe I'll add like a tier for Patreon where I'm like, yeah, this tier, we can have like one-on-one talks or whatever, to help if I can help. But then I can't bring myself to even do that because I'm like, the only time I would have is specifically on Sundays at my own time. And then like, that doesn't seem fair. So yeah, I don't even do that. You paid for a game dev degree, big waste of loan. I paid for a degree in animation and visual effects, which is a film degree. At the time, but the game dev stuff, I'm self-taught. So like I learned 3D programs and a lot of stuff that's adjacent to games. But in terms of game engines and any stuff like that, I'm all self-taught. Or have they paid you? Well, I just answered that question. I was just literally talking about that. Rewind, re-listen. You're good, you're good. You have a degree in music? Hey, I wish I was any good at music. I wish. I want to also load in and load out another thing, which is the plain sprite here. It can load in and out on the same main. Use save game, that's fine. Oh yeah, we can get rid of these proxy states on both. Because I don't care about proxies. So don't even spawn anything if you can. We'll double check that it still works after, but where'd it go? So what I want to do here is I need to save whether or not it was triggered. Our save game is on, good, which means it should automatically do it now. So here I need to just do on activated. Wait, no, not component activated. Relevance begin. Set the sprite. This is save game on, this is save game on. Yes. Okay. Speaking of being paid and stuff, a few days ago, I finally sent my mother my channel link. What is the point of this being first if it's delayed until next frame? One second. I'm just gonna do this. Well, I guess I could do the other one's fine. You know what? It was working fine. Why am I touching this? I sent my mother my my YouTube channel link, and the first thing she did, she went to a random video that was a recent one where someone was asking, or someone was saying that, you know, they would pay for me to do like coaching and stuff. It was something they're coaching. It's basically something of that along those lines. And immediately she's like, "You should be doing this." I'm like, on what time? She just assumed so much. She's like, well, you're probably not doing anything, so why don't you just do stuff? Like, really? Assumed I'm doing nothing. It's just my choice about not doing this stuff. Like, really? It's that simple? I was like, oh no, I'm so selfish. I just don't want the money. That's all, right? Like, no. I had to explain, like, you do realize that you're missing a lot of context here, right? I find it funny. You're looking for some sort of form of tutorial or structure to follow to learn UE5 much more efficiently? Go on YouTube and follow a bunch of tutorials that take you from nothing to something. And then you have a structured thing. Everyone's different in what they want, right? If I send you one thing that'll show you how to make one kind of game, you might not care about that at all. Or you might want to do something different. Or you might want to this. You should just watch all of them. That's what I did. Watch how to make an inventory system from 3 different creators doing it 3 different ways. Watch how to set up animations from 3 different creators 3 different ways. And learn and figure out how do you want to do it. Try it. See what you like, what you don't like, because there's multiple ways of doing everything. There is no such thing as efficient. It's just what works for you. What clicks with you? What do you understand? And go over that. I think activate start should be off, right? Yes. Oh, it's called enemies, not name. Right, almost messed that one up. Your wife keeps thinking you have tons of time as you just play games. My mother still doesn't fully understand what I do. Like, I can tell her, like if I give her the overarching thing, it's not good enough. But if I start being if I start being like, oh, this is what I do on a more technical level, she's like, oh, that I don't understand it. I was like, what do you want? You can't have both. I can either give you the overarching thing, or I can go into details, but you're not going to understand any of the terms or anything. I don't know how to explain otherwise. I'm not good at stuff like that. Your wife's eyes glaze over as soon as you start talking about what you've done in the day. I don't know if that's a good thing, to be honest, but hey, it's okay. Everyone has their, their stuff. Okay, let's see if this works. You do the same when they talk about. She talks about Love Island, the show. You know what? Fair enough. Woo! I just got really hurt. Wait, I want to see. Okay, there's the dead bodies. Wait, where's the dead body? I don't think it's working. Oh, there's the there's the dead bodies. Okay, there's the dead bodies. No, it's there. Just for some reason, I'm blind. Okay. Let's see them. Oh, it's because I need to do the here. Wait. Oh, that's why. Not on this guy. My game be multiplayer? No. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances. Here, I don't think I even need the original max XP anymore, or max HP. I don't think it I don't think it matters. What am I using that for? Now, welcome to the world of replicate. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not dealing with replication. Screw that. This is my first game. I'm not making a giant multiplayer game as my first game. Absolutely not. Under any circumstances. I don't even play multiplayer games. I would be awful at making a multiplayer game. What am I using the max health for? Ah, corpse explosion. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, does that mean that... Oh, that's not being saved. Well, I guess I don't need it to be saved. This should have triggered. It would have triggered regardless. It would have triggered once. For you to try cross-platform multiplayer for your first game, are you doomed? I don't know anything about cross-platform in any form, multiplayer or non-multiplayer, so I have no idea. I don't know how any of that works or how you do that in any way. Couldn't tell you. Yeah. So there's a bunch of corpses. Okay, a bunch of corpses. If I now run back here, they are gone. And they're back. Okay. Hey, Julian, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right, you know? Better than yesterday. Love the consistency of the streams. Well, thank you. You know, sometimes you need a little bit of consistency in your life. Grinding every day. Little by little, it's, you know, things are happening. Why does it put me up? Like, when I hit play, my camera's here. Why is it when I hit escape? Oh, now I'm here. Whatever. You know, whatever. Okay, so the flex partition thing is working. Honestly, I might change it to, instead of flex partition, I might change it to just a regular pooled actors. Because that we'll see. I need to probably ask how it's set up. I want to, because what I want to know is if I do this, whether or not it is then fully unloaded and reloaded, or it's maintained in memory, as in, is it spawned and despawned, right? Let me ask that, actually. Maybe he's, I mean, I see he's online, but if I do the flex pool integration, do the actors fully respawn, or do they become pooled / stay in memory? Like if I wanted to have yeah, that's it. Okay, I think we're good. Let's set up the flex pool actor pooling system next. So the things that we need to pool here are a few. First of all, I need to oh, actually, hold on 1 second. And to use the pooling, I need to initialize the first, or it's not needed for runtime spawn actors. Okay, sorry. I forgot I'm gonna ask now. Maybe during the stream you'll get back to me. So, flex pool. So we need a few things to use this with. We already have it set up for projectiles, but I'm thinking we're just gonna use that as our baseline to swap over to this system. So that way, it's just we have things consistent. All this is just maintaining the spawning and the unloading and reloading of stuff. It is not actually do any of the logic, right, of like setting variables, unsaving variables, I believe. So if we can close down all this, I think. I don't think anything here is needed. No. Then we need to give Unreal a little bit of time. It doesn't know how to handle things being closed. Project settings. Flex pool. Okay. So we have this. Oh, there's a projectile processor. Pawn processor. Character processor. Projectile processor. Okay. $10,500. Like, this is all seems good. Let's see how we use this. Processor class that defines the processor responsible for managing the actor pool. The maximum number of actors is the limit. Yeah. So this all makes sense. Okay. Initialize a pool with a set number of actors ready to use. Instantly spawns all actors in a single operation. Acing initialized pool creates actors in batches to reduce CPU load. Recommended for large numbers of actors. I almost want to do, no matter what, an async initialized pool. Because if I'm behind a loading screen, I'll talk about it after that.
Stream paused. My brain is also paused.
I'll do it now. I want to. I think I want to do the async one no matter what, just because we have the uncomplete. The regular initialized pool doesn't have it uncomplete. So, regardless of what it is, I think that's the better option. Pool initialization is optional as actors are spawned automatically when needed. However, pre-initializing the pool is good practice to avoid spawning actors during gameplay, ensuring they are ready when required, preventing potential performance spikes. So we don't need to. So this already makes it easier where we don't have to like initialize a pool way too big. It will kind of take care of that. So let's start with projectiles. That's gonna be our test dummy. After the ads. Part of me, because there's usually so few people on Twitch, if anyone ever. Part of me has wanted to drop the ad pause, but it's such a good time to just like remember to drink that like I don't. It's just a good reminder to drink. Stay hydrated, guys. It's important. That's why I just keep my vodka right next to me. Stay hydrated. Oh, yeah. Let's go to Let's go to game mode. So here it is. So this is where I am doing the pooling, setting up the actors to pool. So instead of all of this, let's make this red. It's amazing how little you can go up and down for it to become immediately pinkish and immediately orangish. Yes, we want to do async initialize pool. Yeah. And it'll be projectile base. Right? Yeah. Projectile base. How many do we want to do? Let's do 50. Okay. Then we do take actor from pool. Async take actor from pool. Async take actors from pool. Attempts to retrieve an actor from the pool. If none are available, a new one is automatically spawned. Instantly it retrieves an actor. If the pool is empty, one is spawned immediately. Async take from pool asynchronously retrieved an actor. If unavailable, the request is added to a queue and processed in batches. Is it on the actor component that I'm doing this? I'm pretty sure. Let's do you. Spawn projected from pool, which is mine. So I cannot do async take actors from pool here. For that, I would need to do it in the event graph, right? But if I did async take actor from pool, and I did you, I don't get any of the inputs, right? Which I guess I wouldn't get any of the inputs anyway, because I think I need to set that up. But I believe that's possible. Actors managed by the pool can implement the flex pool interface to define custom behavior when they are retrieved or returned. Implement the okay, let's do that. Let's do that on the projectile. Flex pool interface. There we go. Untake from pool. I'll return from pool. So we just do okay, so we need variables here. We need to be able to send stuff. Right? So let's keep going. Where's that information? Flexible allows you to use processors to automate actor management. Processors are optional and can be used alongside interfaces, or you can create your own. Each processor works independently, meaning that batch spawning and despawning are handled separately for each one. This allows fine-tuned control over different actor types, preventing performance spikes by distributing the workload efficiently. Processors have their own adjustable settings, such as spawn limit per tick, despawn limit per tick, and max pool size. Each processor is designed to handle a specific type of actor, implementing custom logic on take from pool or return from pool. Optimized for projectile, requiring a flex projectile as actor base class, ensuring proper initialization and cleanup, including movement, resetting, and collision handling. Processor is assigned dynamically based on the actor's class. When an actor requires a processor, Flexible searches up the class hierarchy to find the nearest compatible processor. If a character is requested and has no specific processor, Flexible Pawn processor will be used since character inherits from Pawn. If no dedicated processor is found, Flexible Actor processor will be used. You can override the default behavior by creating your own custom processors, which we'll need to do. Flexible allows you to create custom processors by extending Flexible Processor or Flexible Actor Processor. The following functions are exposed to blueprints and can be overwritten to define custom actor behavior. You get default processor class, on take from pool, on return to pool. In blueprints, create a new object based on Flexible Actor Processor. Override methods. But can we do more inputs and outputs? Let's take a look. Flex pool projector processor. Let's do flexible processor. Let's just see what it is. On take from pool, on return from pool. Can I add? So I cannot add anything here. So that doesn't help me. I thought I could do custom variable. So hold on a second. How do I send the information? I think I missed something. Unless I need to do async and spawned actor and use a and then use that to crawl to use a blueprint interface to then call stuff. We can do that way to say take from, but like do all the logic. So this is from actor, I can change this to flexible projectile. Prepared. Immediately we have errors. Oh, because there's now two projectile components. Okay, and then it also puts another collision on top. Okay, yeah, we don't want this. We don't want this. We want to do our own. I mean, unless we go like full ham and just use its own and then rework the entire system to use it, but we already kind of do everything ourselves. So I'm confused. And how do we send information through? Return from pool is easy, right? Return from pool is easy. We just do set in use off. Right? And then it just turns everything on. Off. But if it is on, we need to send all that information through. So I guess what we need to do is an interface. So in that case, let's do a blueprint interface. Where's the projectile ones? Or do we have a set projectile in use? Okay. So let's do a custom event. Async spawn projectile from pool. I need you. I need you. Then we're gonna need the projectile info object reference. Damage owning actor. Oh, this owner can be let's do this. Owner damage. Lob spread radius. Stun And what's the last one we needed was reflect projectile info. So then here we do an async, we do you, which will then can set this up like so. Split you. Wait, where's the class? Oh. Oh, it's in the DA projectile info, isn't it? So we should be able to then, yeah, because it's all the same. So then here is the class is projectile base. Okay. And then here, on complete, spawned actor, we can set in use. On success, in use on. Right, and then we do all of these guys. I'll reorder them just later. And theoretically, then we don't need you because it doesn't do anything. It will succeed, but not effectively do anything. Then this will actually have it be visible. Okay. Okay. let's see if it's broken. I don't know what to expect. Let's find out. Okay. Okay, so it's not working. Great. Good start. Okay, so that should send through. It's weird. Why is none of this working? Let's come here. Let's see if this is valid. Because it was spawning the hit, which is odd. You should have grabbed a value inside that data as instead. Yeah, because it says true. I need to get Niagara visual. Yeah, because that's what I'm using. But why? But why? I think just the effect isn't being shown, but all the calculations are happening. Yeah, so it says it. Where is its location? I wonder if it is spawning it, but not where I think it's supposed to be. But no, the explosion is where it's supposed to be. So, what? Okay. Okay. I know I forgot to give myself the weapon. It's okay, I'll give it now. So it is happening here. Okay. You know, this is one of those rare times where I will actually use a breakpoint. I know. It's been maybe a year since last time I used one. But in a situation like this, finally have a use case. What do you mean not in scope? Visual offset 0. Set relative transform. Should be 0. Okay. It does have class unknown. No, it is known here, right? It is setting it. So what the hell? That sweep hit result would have the transform now? Sweep hit result? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I was trying to see if it was setting the right thing, and it is. It's right there. So it's being set. I was trying to figure out why I don't see the effect. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why don't I see it? What happened? So I thought maybe I'm not setting the variable on it, but no, I am. It's all getting passed through. Just in case somehow the relative is breaking it. I don't know. Because it was fine before we swapped to this pooling method. So I don't understand why this has any effect on it, but see, it's doing all the things. Let me not do this. Because we're doing it differently now, so maybe that is now messing with it. Right? It might be messing with it. So let's do that. Even though it initialize it is happening afterwards. That's not it. Where am I doing set in use? So this should not be needed, I think, anymore. So here, instead of setting in use off, well, it should, you know what? It should do set in use off. And then we should do, when we do set in use off, we need to do take actor from pool. No, not take actor. What's it called? Return actor to pool. That's fine. This should now just do return actor to. No. It does it does the right thing. So this sets all the variables and then does return actor to pool at the end there. Yeah. Now it does a. Then we just don't want this anymore either. Okay. Because otherwise we would have a loop. So now when it does the not in use from anywhere, it will then return the actor. That shouldn't have anything to do with our problem. But either way, that should help. I think. Doesn't explain why the effect is not visible. Because again, the projectile is shooting. Well, it's no longer shooting. Hold on. Let's turn off head in the game here, so we can see the collision. If it is not in use, if it is in use, then we turn off actor hidden game. Did I not check something where I was supposed to check something? I did remove the begin play one, right? I think. True, false, false, false. Yeah, I did remove the event begin play one. Yeah. So I'm doing it actor on hit or on death, resets. What? Okay, well, if I didn't do this, that still doesn't answer the. This was supposed to be simpler. I feel this is not simpler. I feel this is the opposite. This is supposed to be like, oh, let me just swap it out and be easy peasy. Why is this now a headache? True, false. It immediately goes true and false. Okay. Okay. could it be triggering somehow this twice? From somewhere else that I'm not thinking of? That's the next thing to check. Because maybe this is somehow sending it twice, and that's what's causing it. And I'm just forgot that I put it somewhere else. Because I don't think I was doing in use off anywhere else, but maybe. No, it just sends true. Okay. So at least I was right on that one. Okay. In that case, let's go ahead and just start detaching the set in use ones that say false. Okay. So theoretically now we should have nothing turning it off. It should just be there forever. Okay. Okay. This is cool. Okay. So now, I need to do a few things. First of all, let me make sure that bounciness is at 0 by default. Okay, so now we start reconnecting these one at a time until we figure out what's causing the actual disappearance. Because then we'll understand. That was the first one. Okay. So this one. Okay, so if I was to reconnect the other ones, we'd be okay? This is the only one? Fingers crossed? Fingers crossed. It's when I call destroy self, which is odd. I shouldn't be calling it that early. Yes. Okay. So where am I calling this? Lifetime over. Ooh, is the lifetime one causing issues? because I can see maybe somehow the lifetime's not getting the information. Although it should be. It's from the data asset. And that's being passed through. But, you know, it's a point. No, that's not where it's from. Why am I undoing folder change? The last thing I did was detach this. Okay, start. So this is on a hit. Like it shouldn't happen. Event tick. Wait, this shouldn't be this. Because that it shouldn't. Because that wasn't an issue before. So I don't think this should be an issue now. Because there's no... I shouldn't be... Because either one is... I guess either one is 0. But... that was it? Why is that an issue now? It wasn't an issue before. Okay. Okay, let's get this. Get particle visual type. If this is equal to flipbook. Actually, let's, instead of this, I'm going to keep this here. And we're just going to disable tick by default. Oh, sorry, tick enabled is off. Oh, hold on. Am I not re-disabling tick? Is that what's the problem? I probably removed that somehow by accident. So if we go to the visual, flipbook. On the primitive components, set actor tick enable to be true. And then on in use, when we're turning things off, am I really not doing that in other places? Oh no, I was only doing it here. Okay, yeah. That's so this is right. Instead in use is turning off. But then what? Why was it on? No, this is correct. Tick is not enabled by default. And the only time it is set to enable is when this gets called. Is this being called when it shouldn't be called? If lifetime over, if it is a flip book, it will go here. But otherwise, it shouldn't go here. On a hit effect, again, if it is flip book, it'll go here. Sprite explosion. And then this is where the actor tick gets re-enabled. How is... It's probably its own freaking system, isn't it? Its own actor thing that is doing this, probably. Let's see if this will catch it without needing to do the alternative. At least we now understand why it's happening, just not why it's happening. Yeah, okay, that works. And just to confirm, if I just detach... Oh, wait, hold on. I did reconnect the tick, right? Yes, okay. I was like, I just want to make sure, and just if I don't re-disable it, then it'll be invisible, right? For whatever reason. Yes. Okay, that was it. Using the system, it automatically re-enables tick. It seems. I don't think that's an option, I imagine. No. It's not an option. Okay, I'll let the dev of this know that tick is being auto re-enabled. Okay, but we found the fix. Okay, so now we have the new systems pooling. I should be able to now use this with however many projectiles I want, I imagine, and it'll just pool as needed. Right, we specify what, 50? Let's see what happens when we try to spawn way too many. When I try to spawn basically way more than it should be able to spawn on a single frame. So if we go with multi-hit, all directions. I mean, that looked pretty good. That looked... Frame rate. Near 80. 50. Like, drops to high 50s. Okay, well, let me turn off collisions. Because that will, that'll have an impact. Let's try that again. I'm curious. The thing this does not pull is the freaking aggro. Unfortunately. Where's it? Here. Okay, so we're at what, 65-ish? Okay, now it's no longer as big of a drop. Like, it's a drop, but at least it's not as big of a drop. Let's go find some more enemies that are projectile based. I think I need to change the range on those. That's working. They're shooting projectiles. Let me go find someone that has like more projectile stuff. You guys don't really have. Where are all my projectile enemies? Oh, you're fire breathing. You're not. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm getting hit and right. I can clearly do damage. They should be able to hit me as well. Like, you're also not really a projectile area. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's working. It's all working. Yay! Now, I wish I understood better how to make Niagara effects pull better. I don't fully understand that. And there's so little information about that, but yeah, one thing at a time. Okay, but that is working. So, the next thing that I want to do is set up pooling for the attacks. And we should be able to do that. Because every single attack that we do, let's just go here. Doesn't really matter which one. Goes through this notify, which spawns a dummy actor that then does the actual effects that all gets sent through, yada yada yada. So instead of that, we could just use pooling, right? So we don't have to reuse it, because every time this gets sent to a new location and send all the information gets sent through. So let's do that. So here, we're going to need to initialize a new pool. And this one is going to be our BP attack trace, right? Attack trace dummy. And this one, let's do 20. Honestly, I don't think we need that many. Basically, how many attacks at once will occur, right? Not how many projectiles are spawned or anything. It's just how many attacks. So one of those fans, like one of those like multi-projectile attacks, is still one attack, right? So I think 20 could be a good start. We could always increase this. So then we go here. So I would then need to do Ooh, can I even do async here? Async, take actor from pool. Ooh, I can. Notify begin is an event. Okay. So we'll do rotation here, rotation here. Owner can be you. This is just an actor reference. I mean, honestly, we are literally going to have a reference to it, so I imagine I could just cast to it. It's going to be in memory, right? I imagine this should be fine, because that just makes my life easier.
Stream pause so you don't see me stare at the same print string for 5 minutes.
I don't remember hearing that that voice. It's just RNG. It's just so rare. I feel like the randomness that I have for the voices isn't actually as random as I would like it to be. I have no control over that, but or maybe I just don't pay attention close enough, which is also very possible. So after this, we'll go ahead and try returning it to the pool and go from there. I need to turn the FPS on by default again. So we have it. Because I turned it off just for the Mega Grant package build. I didn't want to... Like, I didn't want them to look at that and judge me on my performance. Because it could be, good for me, but it could also have been bad for me. I don't know. Hey, Rohan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Working on pooling actors, since we got the simple actor pools plugin. Setting up all the actors that we want pooled to be pooled. So right now we're pulling the attack, because previously the attack spawned a separate actor that then did the attack versus it just being executed from the character. So now it's going to be pulled, which is better. And I'm actually curious to test the difference in performance, if there's going to be anything noticeable. It's very difficult to test performance, I will say. Just because, right, the dungeons are random. I could set it up where I have a forced way of doing like a set seed, but on failure, cry. You can spawn the same dungeon every time. Yeah, I would need to set it up to always put in the same seed. I could do it. I could. But I'm lazy. Let's go inside of hey, Life Lessons, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Just finish your interviews. What is new today or not new today? New is things are working well. The actor pooling is progressing, unlike yesterday, which is great. And best of luck on your interviews. Unless you are doing the interviewing, in which case, best of luck to them for surviving working with you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, there you could do random by seed. Yeah, it's fine. At this point, I can't. The previous ones are already random. That's what I would want to compare against. So you're probably gonna regret not setting up determined seating. Nah, haven't regretted it yet. You were getting interviewed, Rockstar, Riot Games, etc. Oh, so we have a badass over here. I wish I could get interviewed by Rockstar, Riot Games, etc. Okay, so instead of destroy actor, we just return, not remove. Return actor to pool. Just make sure. On overlap. Shoot reflected projectile. Okay, no. Return actor to pool. Yep. Really destroyed actor should still return actor to pool. So basically, no more destroy actor. Which is the event, and then the thing that caused that event. Good. Considering this is the only thing, I mean, it's literally right next, just right here. Because this is this. You know what? It's the only place where it's being called. Let's do that. Okay, let's see if our attacks work at all. We'll have the pool system, so you'll not have hedges anymore for spawns. The main hedges location was the enemies, and those were already pretty good. Oh, okay. Hey, look at that. Yeah, looks good. Still can attack. Now, it does not stop the hitches that come from freaking effects. But that worked really well. So we can get rid of you. Clean this up. Hmm. Yay. Okay. What else do we pull? Oh, you know what else we should pull? This doesn't matter. I have the decal splatter. Does it matter for that? What role were the interviews for? I mean, that's a good question. Because for all we know, he was applying to be a janitor, which is how he managed to get, you know, all those interviews. Now, that's a very valid question, because that does change things. You got interviewed by EA for senior tech artist, senior technical interface designer, senior tech designer, senior, just senior. 2K for senior tech artist. All at the same time. He's at the end, just all at the same time. Because we got a badass over here. Sorry, remove the random senior. No, you were interviewing to be a senior. You're like, look, I'm too young. I want to be old. You're trying. You came in, you know, with a walking cane, a wig, like a gray wig. Like, look, I'm here interviewing to be a senior. We don't have enough of those working here. That's what I imagine. Waiting now to for someone to say you got interviewed by a CEO of XYZ. Well, to be fair, being interviewed by a CEO is not like that big of a deal if it's a smaller studio. That's expected. Like there was a game. I got interviewed at a game company, like a tiny one, and I spoke with a CEO because it's a tiny company. So now, if it was a CEO of like a major, like major large studio, that would be a different story. Oh, you wanted them to be the CEO interviewing someone else? Or do you mean they got interviewed to be to be a CEO? Got it. No, I got there in the end. I got there in the end. Hey, Blonde Bonsai, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Niagara has its own built-in pooling system. It does, sort of. When you do spawn system, there's this. You can do auto release. And then you could specify how many you want to start and like the max pool size. But I want to preload like the certain effects into memory at like during my loading screen, and I don't know how to do that. And maybe it's one of those where I just have to spawn them in the world kind of thing. Just have it create a function that just spawns a bunch of them during the loading screen. Okay, maybe that. But then those will all play sounds, wouldn't it? I don't know. That's what you do. Pre-warm the pool and load it. So you have actors? Yeah. Okay. So you're doing basically what I was. Yeah, I was hoping to not need to do that because depending how many Niagara systems you have, that will be a lot of things to spawn, and your frame rate will be like so bad if you have like 100 systems, let's say. Right? You're not spawning all of them or having them all go at any reasonable frame rate. And if they're like 3 seconds per, like, that's generally how pooling works. Spawn some while loading. I mean, yeah, to a degree. I was hoping there was a better way for Niagara. Is there a plugin for that? Hold on. Maybe I should have looked for a plugin for that. Is Fab sale still going on? Probably not. Oh, it's still going on. Oh my god, it's still going on. Hold on. We got a chance. Is there a Niagara pooling system that just makes Niagara pooling easier? Probably not. Let me actually, this is the one I have, but I don't think he has any other ones that I don't want. They're all 70% off. I'm using Flex Pool and I'm using Flex Partition. No. You think you saw one? If you can tell me the name. Right, you can't press end still because that's still a bug. It will be bad if they're all playing except 100 at a time. But if you have 100 in the Niagara pool, but only like 5 particles are spawned, it'll be fine. Well, that's but what I want is, for example, for them to preload like all of the textures and that kind of stuff that are used inside of it. All right, and the only way I know how to do that is to. I think it wasn't being updated. I mean, look, if you even find one, God, I press end because I wanted to go to the end of the thing. Hey, guess what? Fucking fab. I hate fab. I hate fab so much. It really needs a sort by number of reviews. Every website needs to have a sort by number of reviews. I know why they don't. They don't want to push everyone to the top ones, but everyone I want. Yeah, it's not happening. No, Niagara's the cooling thing. Rip. All of these always look cool, and I cannot use any of them. Where's the cool one that I saw? This one. This one looked cool. I don't know what's going on here, but this looks cool. Also don't know what's going on here. But this looks cool, and I can't use it if it's tied to this actual like weapon. Not all of them are, but I know some of the effects are tied to weapons. You attach it to your weapon and then it spawns from that. Anyway. Yay, so this is working. Actors managed with the pool can implement an interface if we need to do something on beginner and but for the stuff I'm doing, it's fine. Here's a question for you guys that I just don't know the answer to. When I kill an enemy, it spawns a decal of blood, right? I guess those should be pooled. Actually, yeah, those disappear. They should be pooled. Because they disappear. So that way I don't have too many blood decals. Yeah. Wait, is it this one? Where is that? Right here. You. It activates the blood splash. Yeah, right here. Yeah, so this should be pulled. But I also have... Is it because it has a lifetime? No? Start delay, fade delay. Sparkle lifetime. Oh, here it is. I have a... this is from a plugin that I got. I didn't make this. I wouldn't have this many things exposed when I'm not using them. Oh yeah, it's hard coded because it's the only one that's like that. Yeah. I don't spawn anything else, so and it's on a character that is always gonna have it loaded. What's the problem there? It's like hard coding the game mode. The game mode's always make it a variable for you. Why? It's never gonna change. What I need to know though is when I spawn a hit, don't I have a few different ones? Hold on. Oh, I think I have a different one on death. So I have this one on hit, and I have a different one on death. I think that was it. The death one never goes away. I think this one goes away. But I need to figure out where... Yeah, that's not, I'm not seeing that. There's no way. Here they are. Yeah. After a while, they should disappear. Let me find where they disappear, though. It hurts you physically. I mean, look. I suggest you check out a doctor. Because if something like this causes you physical pain, that is a medical problem. You should get checked out. Because that's not okay. That's not normal. In the meantime, I hear that exposure therapy is good. So. Life. How is it disappearing? Oh, it's destroying the owner after the fade out. Okay. That's why it's doing it. It's this. So can I do I can't do like a on fade out event. With like 7 doctors, it's normal. I don't think so. I don't think 7 is quite normal. I would consult with maybe an 8th doctor to be sure. Right? Just to get, an 8th opinion on something. But being an on fade out event, yeah, I need to figure out where ice well, I guess it's start delay plus fade duration, right? The time is start delay plus fade duration. That is the fade out. Yeah, okay. I mean, when does it happen? I wonder. Again, I didn't make this, but custom event. Return to pool. Delay both of these. Return to full. Do not destroy after fade. Yeah. And now we just go ahead and go back here. Let's go ahead and initialize the pool. Here, let's do a sequence here. Collapse nodes. This is just going to be initialize. Yeah, so this one is going to be our PP decal. What a great name. Yeah, didn't name it, didn't make it. But we are gonna need to expose some variables, like all of this. I need to make an interface for this. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna hard code it. Doesn't matter. I never change these values. I don't need to. I'm gonna hard code this shit. Look away, Rohan. Look away. Oh, but particle lifetime, it does get, is based off of the size? Why is the particle lifetime based on the size? That's not lifetime. That's size. I mean, sure, I guess. Use this. Oh, you don't know. I got it. I got it. Surley 30, fade duration 2. Start 30, fade duration 2. Cal material needs to be plugged in. Pixelated needs to be on. Very dramatic music. Blueprint boss fight. You should add a boss like that. A blueprint broken. That would be funny. That would be funny. I mean, it would kind of work because it's a sprite, right? You can turn into a sprite. Oh my god. There, you know how there's the like when a texture doesn't load, it's in a lot of games it's like that default like pink and black like checkerboard. It used to be like an image. In my case, if it's a sprite that doesn't load, it used to be like a blueprint style error. Let me show you something cool. Go to where you make the fade out, then press the plus button on event dispatchers. Then drag it into the graph and select call function. Go to where you make the fade out. Press the yeah. Yeah, but that doesn't tell me when fade out happens. Calling this here is pointless. This is not a time thing. This is just setting a setting. There is no on fade out. There is no on fade out that I can use. I don't have an on fade out. So that's why I just said it. Okay, here you go. Done. Also, I never... of course, I forgot to plug this in. No one saw that. And then we go to event graph, custom event, initialize, not begin play, initialize, and then here we'll say initialize. We're doing the on fade out now. We're making one. I did. It's all working already. Everything's working. You don't need anything else. We're good. Okay, let's do this, and then I'll just reroute better. There we go. And I just need to double check that the death one is a different one. Sure. Five seconds? Sure. Okay, what are we doing? Go to remake the fade out. When I make the fade out, I'm not making a fade out. Okay, fade out is just a setting on a decal. It is not a time thing. I'm not making anything. I'm just setting the setting. That it should fade out. It's just a default setting. Yeah, I know I can call this, but putting this here doesn't get me what I want. When this executes, this will not be at the end of the fade. If I want it to be at the end of the fade, it would need to be here. But at that point, I'm just running the event that I need. This is not a time thing. This is just setting a setting. Well, then tell me all the stuff first. Because now this is way longer than 5 seconds. Okay, so I make the call function. Where do I put it? Because again, if I'm putting it after the delay, then I just do the return to pool. I don't need the call. Otherwise, it's on the construction script, so it'll run immediately. Yeah, I got all that. What do you do after that, Rohan? You don't keep repeating the same thing. I got that. What do you do afterwards? Okay, so most of this should disappear after a little bit. Most of this blood. It doesn't look pixelated right now. Why is it not pixelated? Those effects are cool. They're cool. They don't quite fit. Oh, there it goes. Yep, there it goes. Where's the blood from? There should be a blood thing here under all of them, actually. Oh. Why is this cause issues? Right. I'm setting it. I'm getting it. Why did this cause issues? How will it run on fade out function as soon as it's done fading out? And what on fade out function? There's no on fade out function. Again, that is not a function. That is not a time thing. That is just a setting. It is the same as me just going here and saying set decal material. There is no function. It doesn't exist. Again, it's just a normal setting for a decal. You're confused, Rohan. You're confused. This is not a function. Sorry, this is not a function. It is the same thing as if I did set static mesh. Well, on a static mesh component. It'll be, right? It's a function, but it's not a one you have access to. You don't want the bodies to rotate with the camera, like in the old game? No. The camera doesn't move. It doesn't matter. But how will it know when it's done fading out? Again, that answer, you have not answered that question. How does it know when it's done fading out? I can call it whatever I want, a dispatcher, but I need to call it when I want to call it, not just at any random time. So again, it doesn't answer the question. What I'm confused about is why. What is this now? Why is this broken? I mean, it doesn't seem like it was broken. Or you know what? Maybe it was broken on. Let me turn off expose on spawn all. Actually, before I do that, let me go to here. Death. Okay, I have the same setup. Blots. Why is it blots and pixelated? On this one. Oh, I guess it's on this one for some reason. That's fine, but $30, fine. You have plugged in. Why are you unhappy? Why are you unhappy? Oh, I need to custom event. Spawn oh, but the location's different. Okay, I'll do a little bit different. I don't need to do any of that. I'm done, guys. It's already finished. All I need to do is create a delay, and I return to pool on a custom event. It's done. This is not complex. It was very simple to do. There's no reason for a timeline. There's no reason for anything. Just delay and return, and I'm done. I don't know why Rohan's making this so complicated. You just need a delay, which you can't run a delay on construction script, so you just make an event with a delay, and then you're good. I don't know why this is such a. It will know because you call it after the fade out. Again, how do you know the fade out is done? And what's the point of calling it after the fade out? This is after the fade out, and I'm calling it. I don't understand. Why do I need to call anything after the fade out? After the fade out, I just need to return to pool, which is what's happening here. Why am I calling anything? I think you're confused about something. I just don't even know what. Okay, location. We need location Z. Scale. Owner can be self. Doesn't matter. And then for whatever reason. You know, you're confused? All I needed to do was add a delay and run return to pool, and I did. That's all I needed to do, and that's all I did. I don't know. It is less complicated than your method. Less complicated than adding a delay and running the thing that I need. All I did was add a delay. What do you mean it's less complicated than a delay? How can it be less complicated? No, I know what event dispatchers do. They dispatch typically for somewhere else. Because you don't need an event dispatcher inside of the same thing, because then you just run the function when you need it. Then you don't, or the event that you need. Event dispatchers are made for outside of the actor or outside of the dispatcher for someone that's listening to, because you need to listen to the event dispatcher then, right? But within the same actor, you can just run the function or run the event. There's no reason for the dispatcher. Okay, this is good. This makes it reusable. And now here, do a spawn blood pool. Oh, I also need pitch, huh? Okay. Add pitch. Y Z scale. Goodbye to you. Oh, but I don't want to. I need another. I need another one that controls the whether or not it fades out. Yeah, but there's no reason to put it in the same class. You just run the function or the event if it's in the same class. Right? What's the point of it then? Only if you're wanting to use bind on and he's not, then yeah, I'm not binding on anything. Yeah, if you want to like call it multiple times for whatever reason, but even then, you just run the function. Yeah, you just invoke the function. You don't need it on the same thing. Because then I need to bind it, and there's no reason. There's no reason for any of that. Initialize here should take a input. Yeah, it should take an input of. Oh, you know what? No. I just realized I don't want to have this one be on part of the. I just realized what I don't want this one to be part of the pool. I want this to be its own thing. In which case, the whole point of this was pointless. Okay, let's put this back. Yeah, this was pointless. It's fine, because I the ones from The ones on death don't go away. I want them there permanently. You always bind a function to an event. But I don't have a function to bind, and I don't have a reason to bind anything. Again. there's nothing to bind. I just run it and that's it. It's great. Yeah, just because you can do that doesn't mean I need it. I don't need that. I just add a delay and run what I need. Okay, so here. So then what was the problem that I had? Why did we have a problem? Oh, because I wasn't running initialize then. Spawn it and then run what? I can type. Was this the problem? That's probably the problem. What I needed was a single node. It's called a delay, and that's it. I can't imagine a simpler setup than a single delay node. For what I need, it's great. Okay, so okay, there's no errors this time. Why is it not pixelated? It still doesn't explain why it's not pixelated. Or maybe it's never been pixelated, and I just always assumed it was. And I just never looked close enough. But I feel like it was. I feel like it was pixelated. You bind to the custom event you made, or I could just run the event. The code then you use to delay with. Except you'd have the add on fade out event available. You just have to click it. But I don't need it. I don't need any of that. It's cool, it can do all the stuff maybe you're mentioning, but I don't need any of that. That's the main thing, right? I just don't need it. Why? How is it failing here? I don't understand how it's failing here. Okay. Oh. I'll need to look in this tomorrow. It's okay. This is gonna take longer than the 5 minutes we have. A direct functional call is simpler, easier to debug, and expresses the intent more clearly. There's no reason to continue this. Yep. You don't need it because you don't. You made a sloppy work. What is the workaround? Look, if you can show me in the Discord how my single delay is worse than all of what you're showing, and you show me the nodes, I mean, maybe I'll understand something. But from everything you were saying, your thing is not what I need. I just needed a delay. That's all I needed. A delay. I've never heard of a delay as a workaround, but sure. Cool. I got a great workaround. Works for me, and that's okay. You need to get an 8th doctor that will help bring your blood pressure down, my good sir. It's gonna be okay. It's not that deep. It's not that big of a deal. We're all gonna get through this together. Or separately, it doesn't really matter, but we're gonna get through this. Maybe that's the problem. Your blood pressure's too low. You're hallucinating. Who knows? Anyway, we got actor pooling working. We just need to figure out what I'm going to be doing with the blood pools, because some of them I need not to be pooled. Some of them I need to be pooled. So yeah, I need to figure out what's the best way of cleaner and easier, more easier to read and understand. Maybe for you, but not for me. That sounds like a mess. To me, it sounds like a mess. For you, maybe, but not for me. And everyone's different, and that's okay. You got to be okay with people being different. And better is subjective. There's no objectively better. That's subjective. For one person, more efficient is better. For another person, better legibility is better. For another person, just whatever they can do is better than something they cannot do. Better is very subjective, depending on what you consider, what you want out of it. Yeah. Anyways, guys, it's been fun. We'll continue this tomorrow. We'll figure out how I want to actually approach this. Because maybe I need to do 2 separate systems. I might honestly just scrap this entire decal blueprint and make my own and just make it easier on myself. That might be the better solution. Anyway, hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.